wrestlers, jiu-jitsu guys, they come in and then they like master the art of like striking, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's just start like just absolutely just destroying people on their feet.
Yeah, man, and also that comes around from me particularly, man. I used to have to let's just say that back in the day when I was still in high school and sometimes in college, when I would go to parties and stuff and shit got out of hand, I was the one that my friends pulled to the side, was like, go handle that. I would get into fights with a lot of people at parties and stuff in high school and college. And, as naturally people try to grab you when they fight you. So
Yeah.
me being a wrestler, that was my shit. You feel what I'm saying? I want you to grab me. Till this day, as a grown ass man and having the training that I have, I still dare people to grab me because I'm going to pick you up and dump you on your head and ground the pound the fuck out you. And that's what I used to do at parties back in the day. I would pick somebody up, slam them, and ground and pound the hell out of them, not knowing what the hell I was doing, just for the simple fact that at that point in time in my life, I was nothing but a pure wrestler and didn't know nothing about mixed martial arts besides doing karate as a kid. You feel what I'm saying? And that was my shit. So that transition in its own, coming over to MMA and learning jiu-jitsu, that made me that much more dangerous. And thankfully, I've only had to put my hands on two people out here on the streets outside of fighting, and it didn't go very well for them because once I grabbed them, they were like, "Oh, okay." You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I feel like when people realize someone's credentials is when that person gets a hold of them. You know, like someone gets a hold of it. There's like someone, but it's amazing, like how quick people are to try and get into like something in the street with someone they don't know. Like,
Mm-hmm.
someone and go like, yeah, fuck this guy. Like, hey man, like, you know what I mean? Like they're so prepared to get into this physical altercation with someone that they have no idea who the fuck they are.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? But also the thing is, the people that want to do this shit have had no fucking, like no combat sports training whatsoever, have never thrown a fucking punch, like have probably never been punched in the face in their life either, to be fair. But
yeah.
it's so easy to get that altercation, you know what I mean? Not knowing. And it's wild.
Yeah, man. I think it's funny because it's like if I'm out, or even if I'm at work or anywhere I go, I people watch, and judging by some people's actions, I'm like, man, I wish a motherfucker would. I would fuck you up. Like I do that sometimes, and if people don't know who I am, I do not broadcast myself as a fighter because I don't. Walking around, I do not look like a fighter. And it's because I guess since I wear glasses and, I don't dress like a fighter or act typical out here like a fighter, all cocky in the streets telling people I don't tell people I'm a fighter unless they ask or they know who I am from social media or watch me on TV. That's when people know. But like even around the area that I live in, like, I mean, it's a great area, but the areas around it are quite shitty. And, like the activity that I see it on the news and shit going around here, I'm like, man, some of these cats would not make it if they were fighters. And you know how it is on social media, people posting street fights and shit all the time. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Street hands and combat sport hands are two different things. Two totally different things, because you can get if you fight an MMA fight or a person that does combat sports in general and then put them against a street fighter, you should already know the winner there, unless the person is just that fucking cock diesel strong that there's no way to fucking beat them unless you put a bullet in them. You feel what I'm saying?